Hey folks, welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4. I'm BattleMode, and in the last episode we were doing our initial expansion out into the galaxy, the early stages of the Space 4X game where you're doing the explore bit very heavily. We've already met the neighbours, and we've got the Yaw, which are probably one of the worst neighbours you can possibly have in Galactic Civilizations. We've also found the Irradiated. I'm a little less familiar about what those guys are like, but the Yaw are very aggressive, so we've got ourselves an early target. I always seem to run into these guys in GalCiv. I don't know why. The last time I played GalCiv 3 very, recently, I ran into the Yaw very early on and I wiped them out because they're just really hard to deal with. You can kind of be friends with them if you're careful, but I don't know. You don't really want to. Okay, we've got the option now to put some points into Liberty, which will give us self-governments, but we haven't got any other core worlds yet. So that's not actually that useful. I'm going to wait a little bit of time. We are still sending a colony ship out to go and grab Achilles here, which is going to give us some wealth back on Earth. And that's going to be useful. Okay, let's advance to the next turn. Okay, subspace scanning is complete. A systematic approach is needed when scanning, but the practice is considerably harder in subspace, where basic notions of distance and rotation aren't of much use. A new form of math is required. Okay, this gives us, most pertinently, it gives us sensor range +1. We've also got the option to build the Eye of the Universe, which is this is a galactic achievement. A little bit like the wonders in Civilization. And you can only build one of these per galaxy. This gives you 10% research and +1 secrecy and +1 culture point. So this is really good to build if you can go for it early. It also leads to subspace streaming. Now we get the option between railguns, planetology, and orbital mining. We've also got, these are not the only options, okay? These are just ones we get the research bonus on. There are other things that we can go for. I think that universal translator actually is pretty important. Now, we are consuming 8 food a turn. Yeah, I think we need to get, I think we should take this opportunity to get to get planetology. So we can get those agricultural zones. Okay. Let's take a bit of a look. By the way, I really love how this game looks, even on this overmap. I just think it's really easy to see what's going on. Superb stuff. Okay. Yeah, these guys, I'm just going to leave these guys on auto explore, I think, for the time being. This one's on survey. Okay, we're quite close to grabbing Achilles II there. Okay, so we're on month 4 of 2308. We've discovered the Giraffe. Strange bipedal alien appears on the screen with lizard-like, even draconid qualities. Crested ridges above its eyes flex as it leans in to study us from its perch in an ornate-looking room. A deep growling voice emerges from somewhere deep within it, the mouth barely moving. A pleasant greeting or dire threat? We can't be sure. Look at this thing. This looks amazing. The graphics in this game are absolutely amazing, man. Okay, we're going to pretend we know what's going on there, because the Giraffe are kind of like an espionage faction, really. Okay, we've got an idle core world. So we should have more income coming in now. Yeah, we've got 5.5 basically per turn, because we built this this income improvement building. We're also getting, we're also getting some income coming from Mars as well. Okay. Yeah, Mars doesn't have. Yeah, it's mostly just manufacturing and this one here. There we go, the wealth input. And the influence input. Yeah, we really want to turn this into a colony as soon as possible. I wonder if we've got a leader we can put in there yet that's any good. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong button. Just have to bear with me for a bit while I figure this game out still. Okay, we've got Tim Gurr. He can be a diplomat. Toxic. As a diplomat, it reduces the approval of the civilization they are assigned to by 5%. Ooh, that's quite a good bonus. And he's secretive. He's actually, look, he's also quite diligent, he's got resolve, and he's intelligent. This guy would actually be a good governor as well. I think I'm going to put this guy in the governor of Kindar. Now, we can eventually reassign him if we want to. But he's actually going to be pretty decent. Now, this is now a core world, which means that we're going to be getting, Earth is not going to be getting quite as much of a bonus, but we were losing most of that bonus, to be honest, from the decay. We're losing like half of it, basically. So now this guy can actually start building his, building his own planet up. Firstly, we get to put this core world capital building down. Okay, So where are we going to put this? Now this is going to give a +1 bonus to everything here. So what do we want out of this planet? This looks like it might be a good wealth, you know, a fairly wealthy planet. And you'll see here, you've got the planetary input and you've got planetary output. This is what it's giving to your faction, and this is what is input to it in the sense of what is available for you to kind of exploit. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Yeah, raw materials coming from this planet and it's sponsoring colonies. These are processed by core worlds into the usable resources for our civilization. This game's got great tooltips, by the way. Now this guy's approval is a little low. Yeah, we want him as a diplomat eventually. He's going to be a pretty good diplomat. Now, yeah, we've got 8 food now because this planet is actually producing sort of some passive farming. Got a precursor elevator here. We've also got Arctocarpus fruit. This gives this amazing fruit. This amazing fruit can be a stable food source on even the most arid planets. It does, however, have the side effect of making most of the known species in the galaxy more fertile. This is so the adjacency bonus we're going to get for this is going to increase population, but this thing itself actually increases growth by 10% and it gives us +3 food. This would be a good thing to go for quite soon if we can. Now, we don't have very much money at the moment. I think the first thing we've got to do is just put the core world capital building down. Interesting. If we put this next to... If we put this here on this frozen lakes, we're going to get a population boost. Although you probably instead want to put down just a housing district, which we've not researched yet. We can actually build big housing districts in this game. We've got food, research, wealth. Maybe we bang it in the middle here so we can get a bonus from pretty much everything. Yeah, I'd say so. This could actually be a reasonable farming planet as well. Even though the growth is kind of low. We get a -2 to food anyway. Okay, what should we build next? It's recommending that we put the colonial generator on. This is a simple source of power production to increase manufacturing on colonies. Okay, so this increases malevolence and it also gives manufacturing. Now, malevolence isn't necessarily, strict malevolence, but believes in the power of intentionally causing harm, suffering, and misfortune to achieve our strategic goals. Okay, I stand corrected. It is actual malevolence. We've got the supply depot we can put up as well. This will give us a manufacturing boost. Now, manufacturing boost might be good at the start. It also gives us approval. This gives us a manufacturing boost and malevolence. So I think we're going to go with let's go with the supply depot first. Okay. We probably want to put it up here, look. Yeah, +2 level to manufacturing. By the way, I'm sure that the smarter people who are watching this will be able to figure out much more efficient ways of laying these out. I bid you to forgive me for any obvious mistakes that I make. I'm going to do my very best. As you probably know, I'm not the best min-maxing gamer, to be honest, but I will try my very, very hardest, I promise. Okay, but yeah, I will make obvious blunders, so please let me know in the comments if you catch me doing anything like that. Okay, now with Earth, we also need to put down a building. We've got the option to put an industrial centre down. Yeah, I still don't think this is going to be the best manufacturing planet. We could put a trade network down here, increasing our gross income. That would be pretty useful. We can get a financial district up quite quick, though. It's going to put our gross income up by 6%. Whereas this one's going to be 10%. Yeah, we want to get research up here. Yeah, we could increase our research. I do want money though. Our income's really important for me, I think. Yeah, let's get a financial district up here. We're just going to bash out the financial stuff as quickly as we can. We are increasing our cash. We will need to eventually put up some, get some more military ships. At the moment, we're exploring with the ones we've got. Okay, let's going to colonize Achilles II. Achilles II is going to send its wealth back to Earth, and that has increased our income a fair amount because we're actually getting. Here we are. Look, it's now we've got 41 decay again. That's quite a lot, but we are getting at least some extra income from that, and some food as well. So yeah, our food income's actually 9.71 now. Pretty good. All right, the ship is idle, so we're going to get him exploring, I think, and just see what we can find. Okay, there's a ship graveyard there, lightly defended. Okay, we found Iconia. This is the core. This is the core world and capital for the Yor, the synthetic race. Yeah, those guys are kind of doing quite well as well. Yeah, this is the balance of power. Looks like we're all doing fairly similarly. Now this means that we've not discovered their homeworld, I think. Oh no, we do know where the homeworld is. Not sure why their flag's not showing up there. Kind of odd. Okay, we've got an event. Tim Goer, the governor of Kindar II, has done a poor job of curtailing criminal activity on their planet. Instead of dealing with it locally, they're requesting military support to deal with the problem. It is disappointing that such measures are needed to deal with one governor's incompetence, but we have little choice if we don't want crime to grow on Kindar II. Okay, so we don't have the treasury to be able to send health. That would have been good. We're going to have -2 loyalty and +3% crime, or -5 loyalty, -10. We get -10 crime, and +2 control. Investigate signs of crime and corruption, starting with the inept governor. Yeah, let's do that. So we're actually going to reduce crime. I think that's going to be pretty useful. Yeah, we've got no crime here, but he's going to be less loyal. But he was quite loyal in the first place, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. What else are we doing this turn? How close are we getting this constructor? It's coming out next turn. So we're going to send this constructor up. I think I probably want the Gerantium. Yeah, we want Resolve, I think is the one that they want for mining. Or is it Diligence? Yeah, manufacturing based worlds. So yeah, we want Diligence here. Yeah, I'm going to send these farmers off. By the way, you can actually change your troops, your citizens into different jobs as well. Damn complex game. So much to it. Okay, Gerantium's really useful. We can use that to increase like star bases in a big way. Illyrium and Illyrium's really useful. We've also got Promethean here, and there's 3 of them. And I'm tempted to go and grab those. Now, Promethean's also useful. It's an ingredient in any well-equipped lab. I think I'm going to get the... There's a precursor anomaly there. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Gerantium before the Yor get it, and then what we'll do is we'll then go and grab this one. We'll grab the Promethean up here. Now, could get another asteroid miner up. That would take 4 turns, or we can get another constructor. The thing is about the constructor is it takes population from Earth, so Earth's going to kind of grow a little bit slower. But we are going to get a citizen out again in 3 turns. So yeah, there we go. And as you can see, look, you can train these as workers or farmers. Yeah, we've got less food, but now because we sent a farmer off, although they're not actually taking food now because they're on board the constructor ship. All right. Yeah, that's a minor world. Look, it looks like this is a minor faction. Immune to culture flip. Interesting. Okay, what do we got over here? We've got a ship graveyard. Our probe's just exploring around still. So, by the way, this is like probably, you know, a medium or small map on GalCiv 3, I'd have said. Maybe a medium. But there'll be like multiple of these. There'll be 2 or 3 of these map sizes. So we're gonna have it's a big game, okay? And we don't have to conquer everyone, so it won't necessarily go on for a long time. Okay, we've researched planetology. Getting agreement on a unified food production plan is non-trivial. We are pleased to report that we can now define vast areas of a planet's surface to be used for the growing of food. This unlocks housing districts and agricultural district, which is both really useful. We can also go for exploit resources, which is a I forget what these are called now, policy, I think. And then we've got Kimberley's Refuge, which This is a Professor Taylor Uganda's growing techniques produce food on an alien world. Okay, so this gives you growth and food bonus, basically. But we needed a Monsantium deposit first. Okay. We've got Orbital Manufacturing. This unlocks orbital factories on our planets. That could be quite useful, especially if we can get some Durantium. We've also got railguns for making kinetic weapons, and xenobiology, which allows us to upgrade, do some planet, kind of like terraforming on our planets. So we can upgrade housing and upgrade agriculture. I think we should probably go for the universal translator though first. I think that's actually really important now at this stage of the game. We need to know what the people around us are thinking. Let's have a look at the culture progression. Right, we've got a load of points. We've got 12. We get +3 research after surveying an anomaly. That's pretty useful. Individualism, -15 decay from colonies. That's really good. We've got harmony, which is +50% harmony, homeworld influence, and +25% homeworld manufacturing. That's a really powerful thing as well. Malevolence gives us intolerance, which citizens no longer negatively react to being at war with their own species. We've got benevolence, which gives us tolerance. Core worlds start with 1000 influence. That's really good. Influence is really, really important in this game, man. Self-governance gives us +8% approval on all core worlds. We get 50 control for Iron Fist. Leaders cost less or higher. That's pretty good. Quality is +10% approval on all worlds. What is our approval rating looking like at the moment? Let's just go into the civilization score here. Approval's pretty low, look. Okay, that's not good. So we could potentially get something that boosts approval. Basically, 10% approval would be pretty useful. Yeah, we've also got self-governing, although that doesn't affect the home world. What's the approval rate like on Earth? Where are we looking? Approval rating. There we are. 70. It's 70%. That's not too bad. Now that's because we've got a decent leader here. But on Kindar, look, it's pretty low. So that could be one thing we could go for. +1 diplomacy and improved trade values. That is really, really good. We already get diplomacy bonuses, but having diplomacy will help keep people off us. Spawns 3 supply ships. That's pretty good. That will help us build up that city. I mean, that could be useful. Approval bonus based on compassion and diplomacy. Yeah, that's another one we can get plus extra diplomacy. There's so many options, honestly, and I've not even considered thinking about how we go into the next lot. Approval bonus based on compassion +1 diplomacy. Yeah, I mean, having diplomacy bonus is good. I'm also tempted to go into individualism though. Now we get a bonus to individualism anyway, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper. This is -15 decay from colonies. Let's do that. -15% decay from colonies, that is. So what that's going to do is basically Earth is going to just be much more. We're going to have a lot more from these incoming colonies here. Look, so -35% from Achilles 2, -10% from Mars. Great stuff. All right, let's roll the turn on. Okay, this is the civilizations with the most colonized worlds. The irradiated are doing well there, so they've got quite a lot of colonies apparently. We need to find more colonized worlds. Have we found any more yet? No, these are all just low-class planets. We kind of didn't have much luck, I'm afraid, at the start of the game with this. Yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of a shoddy sector. It's a shame we missed out on TARF 3. I think, yeah, we are going to have to think about attacking these guys early. Taking the yaw out of the game will just make our life a lot easier. Just way easier, I think. Now, we can potentially get a Minister of Colonization. Can't afford one yet, so we're going to have to get some cash together. We could print money. The problem is that actually gives you -10% approval because of the inflation, and that's really bad. We don't want that. Now, what are the colony? We've got Garnet 3 here, which is a Class 2 planet. We've got Garnet 5, which is also a Class 2 planet. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth getting a colony ship out for those. Galactic 4 is a little bit too far away, I think. Let's just advance the turn, see how we go. We're now on August 12th, 2308. We've moved on to September 1st, 2308. Alright. Got an event. The scorched and pitted exterior of this abandoned cargo pod gives the impression that its rightful owners are unlikely to return for it in this life. We are ashamed to let the goods inside go to waste. Okay, found some harmony crystals. That's good. We can use harmony crystals to help our governors out. So let's just go to Kindar II. I'm trying to remember how you do this now. I thought it was here. Nope. Okay, maybe we can't do that yet. So I think there must be a technology that does it, but you can actually give a harmony crystal. Yeah, harmony crystals can be gifted to our leaders to improve their loyalty. We might be able to do it on this screen here. This is the governors. Yeah, there we go. Look, so we can gift him a harmony crystal and give him more loyalty, basically. A leader with loyalty below 30 is at risk to resign or attempt to undermine you. A leader with an extremely high loyalty may offer additional support and help. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we can. I'll keep that harmony crystal. We might add it to someone later on. Because we might find somebody else who has actually got really, really low leadership. Oh, sorry, low loyalty, but is actually otherwise a really good leader. Okay, so we've got some more culture points. There's some ship upgrades available too. Okay, so this is for the TAS Discovery. We've got the option of crew quarters for more hit points. We can put a command bridge for more moves. And a communication terminal for a bigger sensor range. I'm going to give it more moves. I think speed is really, really good. Alright, here back on Earth. Now, I wonder if we should put this industrial centre up here on Earth, after all. Yeah, I think these have got... Mineral input is only 5, where it's 8.2 here. Let's get the industrial centre up after all, so... Now, this is going to be a +2 level, level 2 to manufacturing and military, wherever we put it. So if we put it here... +2... yeah, like... I think that might be a good idea, just putting it in the centre here, and then what we'll do is put all of these around. Now this one here though wants to be food, definitely. But we could basically get manufacturing places everywhere around here. It's only going to be 4 turns, which is going to come out pretty quick. Alright. We've got enough cultural points. Let's see what else we can get with culture. Now, inviting gives us +3 citizens of a random species. This is going to actually damage us with food, so we don't want to do that yet. We've got enough food stored that we don't need to worry too much about putting a agriculture province up yet. Self-governance plus 8% approval on all core worlds except your home world, and a free leader. The free leader might be worth it, so let's go for this. See what leader we got. Okay, we got Talimodra. She's increases liberty ideology, and she's got +3 social and +2 persuasion. She's pretty good. Ooh, yeah, could be our Minister of Colonisation because she's got high social. She's also got high diligence as well. Not very smart though. That's okay. Let's get her in there. All right. So what she's doing now, she's giving us +11 approval. So this is really good. We'll actually see that our approval rating has gone right up now. Let's just go and check that. Yeah, 73%. Now taxing high would be pretty like. Yeah, if we wanted to increase our manufacturing output and our research, by the way, we could drop the amount of money we're making. But I actually want to. No, that might actually be quite good. Gives us more approval too. Yeah, if you really wanted to go for that, you could. We could just like lose a little bit of income, but we could really go into the manufacturing output. I think I value money though. Money's important. How long have we got until Universal Translator? Okay, just 3 turns. Then we can start talking to these weird and wonderful critters that we've got. loitering around on the you know, the rim of our empire. We got a ship available. Okay, we got a constructor here, so let's get this guy building a base. We've got 2 loads of Durantium here. So let's put it up here. Here we go. Construct starbase, which is hotkey B. Now, I think we're going to put up... Durantium is really important, so I think I'm going to make this a mining base, although having a communication starbase would extend our cultural influence, and that is also pretty useful. But this will give us more Durantium, and Durantium is just so useful that I think it's just important to get as much as we can. Our miners have returned with a load of rocky debris laced with a telltale flicker of silvery gold. Durantium, more dense and resilient than anything we've seen before. A steady supply will surely lead to new breakthroughs in ship design. And we've got our first starbase up. Our people have built permanent structures in space before, but nothing like this. This starbase is an extension of our very civilization. Everything we do, everything we are, can be found here. And from it, we will surely extend our civilization even further. Inspiring stuff. We can also we can use. So we've got a resource called modules. We've got 3 of these at the moment. Now we can use these to actually increase, you know, to build modules on the starbase. By the way, look at this. Look at these graphics. Great, man. It just looks so cool. We're going to go to mining drones, and this will give us another 10% on the mining. So at the moment we're getting 0.2 Durantium per turn because we've got 2 sources at 0.1. But if we increase this with mining drones, we're going to get 0.2. So the mining starbase already gives us an extra bonus, but we, you know, with this module we can get even more. So there we go. And it's the starbase has also got like beam, lasers, missiles, and kinetic attacks, and also it doesn't have any shields. We can upgrade those later as we get it. Now, I'm actually going to call this. I'm going to change the name of this thing. Let's call it Banfield. Call it. Whoops. We'll call it Banfield Durantium Corporation. So that's gonna. It's just a little bit more memorable for me. Okay. So there we go. This is actually going to push our influence out as well. We are going to come. This is going to kind of make us come to blows with the Yor at some point, I'd say. Let's get this Star Eagle back. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get the Star Eagle back. Okay, we've got an event. Kindar II Planet Report. Many of the citizens in Kindar II live in homes that are little more than storage containers. Some of our advisors argue that this is fine. There's simply no need to spend that much on housing when there are other priorities around us. Privately, many of these also suggest that such accommodations are entirely fitting, seeing as the people living there are among our society's least valuable. Others argue that not only is this cruel, it's counterproductive. These slums have become a breeding ground for crime and insurrection. What should we do? Okay, we can increase cultural authority at the expense of -10 approval for 10 turns. Or we can give equality cultural awareness a +1. Let's go for authority. I don't really care so much about the minus approval, just for 10 turns. A glimmering creature appears on the screen. Its body formed of blue crystal with wide, intelligent eyes. As beautiful as it is, your awe at seeing it is not reflecting in its face, which instead looks sympathetic or disgusted. There is a brief pause as the creature considers you, and you almost hear voices like memories echoing distantly in your mind. But you cannot tell what they say or if they are coming from the alien. Disappointed, the creature hums softly in almost musical tones. It is beautiful, but equally indecipherable. What a hottie. Huh? What? Oh, okay, we found the Festron hunt too. Our screen flickers for a minute before the video emerges, filled with an image of a massive insectoid creature. Motionless at first, it's only a slight waver of its vicious pincers, which indicate the creature is alive as it glares back at us. In the background, more of its kind move around, clicking and chittering at each other. A language of some kind, but it's impossible to determine what they're saying. Again, we need the universal translator, which we're about to get, by the way. Okay, we've got another constructor going aboard, so yeah, let's get the diligent ones, because this is going to be another mining base. So let's get the constructor moving up here. We're going to grab this Promethean. Okie dokie. We've got an idle shipyard. I think I want another probe. I want to see what's going on in the world. Okay, our income's not bad. Experimental technology. Tales from the corner of our empire dazzle and excite the people of our homeworld. Every detail of space travel, colonial life, and contact with aliens is endlessly fascinating to our citizens. In particular, our discovery of evidence of ancient alien civilizations has inspired many to believe that our own world hosts the remains of crashed alien ships. Okay. So we can start a mission here. We can go for liberty or we can go for authority. Let's go with liberty this time. We're kind of hedging our bets on both. This starts a mission. So what we need to do is scan the planets on scan the planet on 3 different planets to find the components, and then we unlock a prototype ship at your shipyard. Okay, well, we need another planet basically first before we can do this. I think we need to get some people, some exploration gone up this way. Have we got any ships in the area that can go that way? Are they all just oh look, got a probe over there. Let's see where our probes are. But this one just moving right down this end. I'm going to get this one to move up here. Okay. Yeah, leaving the AI to do you know, the searching isn't always the best idea. Okay, looks like our influence grew. Okay, we've researched Universal Translator. The same encoding patterns show up again and again in languages, even ones that have evolved light years apart. Having seen enough of alien languages to confirm our theories, our scientists are now capable of devising a truly universal translator. Okay, this gives us a whole bunch of stuff we can do. We can create the cultural district, so it increases influence on this world. We've got the cargo module, so we can actually create a trade ship. The Cultural Awareness Center, which helps extend your cultural influence. Open Borders Treaty, Exploration Treaty, and we can get trade licenses. Now we can start actually trading with people. And also, it opens up hyperwave radio. Okay. Let's get space elevators up next, I think. Because let's just have a look at the technology navigator. Space elevators leads into the manufacturing stuff, look. And we want to improve manufacturing as quickly as we can. You know, biology would give us planetary conversion, upgrade housing. We don't need that one yet. I think we do. I mean, that is a good one to go into, definitely. Especially if you want to rush, you know, rush growth and that kind of stuff. Research is also really, really important. But I think space elevators is the way to go this time. All right. Got an idle core world. This is Kindar II under Tim Gurr. What are we going to do here? This is a wealthy planet. Might be worth... he's saying... Citizens of Kindar II are among the most loyal and happy in the galaxy, due in no small part to my excellent leadership. Well, absolutely, sir. Now, the colonial generator is going to give us more manufacturing. It's already got a reasonable manufacturing size, but I think we could increase that. Yeah, this is going to give us plus 8% manufacturing. It's going to come out in 7 turns. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to get up some wealth buildings, I think. Yeah, we've got slums here, look. That's interesting. So that was actually built. That's a population improvement. Gives us plus 1 population cap and plus 1 pollution. But minus 1 level to wealth, approval of tourism on anything next to it. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, so just give us more. I think what's happened is they built this because, yeah, we didn't actually build our own population buildings. Yeah, look. So we've got loads of slums. I think what we need to do is get up. Got any population increasing? Yeah, this is we're building slums because we didn't actually build our own housing. So what we'll do is we'll build some housing, and then we'll. Housing, yeah, it's approval and wealth. So I think if we build housing here, now, what's underneath this one? Yeah, we're not going to destroy that yet. Actually, we could destroy that. How long is this going to take? Yeah, before we get that up, let's get the housing district up. Yeah, we can't rush it. Let's get the housing district up, then we'll destroy the slums. And yeah, then we'll work at that. That's my fault. I think that's a really cool little mechanic that's in there. I just didn't even know that one. Okay, our scientists have created a universal translator that will allow us to communicate with all the species we encounter. Hopefully we'll like what they have to say, so we get a cultural bonus. Folks, before we start going into that, I'm actually going to end the episode. We'll start talking to our neighbours in the next one. So yeah, that was... We've actually got Kindar now as a core world. We've got Achilles. We've got our first starbase up at the Banfield Durentium Corporation. And we're going to be getting our second one up pretty soon. Yeah, and then we've got to think about what to do with our neighbours. I'm going to try to trade with all of them at the start and just just get our income up. And, see what we're interested to see. How we're doing with research particularly. Okay, we're quite low. It's like the Giraffe are doing better than us, and so are the Festeron too. Alright folks, I'm going to end the episode there anyway. As always, let me know what you think about the series in the comments. It really helps me, not only just because of the algorithm, but I just really like to read what you're saying, and it helps me get feedback on the way that I'm presenting the games, And if you've got any encouragement, send me some encouragement as well. I don't need it, but it's actually really nice when, if people are enjoying it and they let me know, then I know that I'm doing something right, okay? And even more valuable is criticism if I'm doing something wrong that you don't like. So let me know. Okay, guys, thanks very much, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.